Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today's date's June the 9th, 2025. It's 9 a.m. We have a quorum with all the commissioners, our county attorney, sheriff, Mr. Guy Burns is here, and Sean is here. So everybody please rise with the pledge of allegiance followed by the prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Williams, please lead us into prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you have granted us. Father, be with us as we do the business of Mills County. Guide and direct us in all our actions. And thank you for the rain you have blessed Mills County with. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, looking at number 2, review and act on minutes of May 27th and May 29th. See how those minutes look, commissioners?
I have one correction on May the 27th, Shawnee. On Commissioner Williams Precinct Board report. And the conference for investment and also chip and technology. Then I make a motion that we approve the minutes as written and corrected.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Williams with the correction.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sullivan. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes from May 27th, May 29th, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Aye. Unanimous. Moving on, audience to individuals. I see no individuals here today. So number 4, review and act on accounts payables.
So a couple things that I noticed, and this is gonna be off of the treasurer's report, which is next, Judge, but on the accounts payables, we've got, I'll get to the right page, page 3.
Yes.
Medical examiner's expense
Yes.
and courthouse janitorial supplies. Those figures are gonna put them over off of their treasures, on their analysis, budget analysis. It shows that they're gonna be overdrawn.
Okay.
And it's really gonna be overdrawn in the medical examiners. It says their current budget is $1,345. So with that $4,000 statement there, that's gonna be way over.
Okay.
Just letting everybody know that those two are over. I did not ask this question, but I asked Craig earlier and he didn't know, and I don't see the treasurer. She's not up there, is she?
No.
So, under the precincts, S&S supply, does anybody know what account 992 code 1421 is?
What page are you on?
Well, it's on the precincts.
It's on all except mine. Mine's got account number 3100 and Count numbers on us, I don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
It's like that on yours, right?
Mhm.
C 114.21.
well, maybe I was looking at the invoice wrong, but I didn't think Napa was 3,100. When I looked on their invoice, I never found an account number with 3,100. But I don't know. I didn't know if y'all knew that. And I did not ask Summer. I asked her some question, but I did not catch that beforehand. I just knew those were bills that we did pay, but I don't know what that explanation is.
Everything else has mine.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm sure the county. Cause when you go in there, you have to designate, I think they just get one bill from that. Or from
S&S?
S and S.
It's not divided.
No, you have to.
Goes into unified. But it goes into unified.
Yeah, unified, not.
So. Okay.
Along on the other than what you picked up, good question for Tom, you always been a man before his man.
Well, I mean. I just noticed those are gonna be over
Yeah.
based on her, budget analysis that she sent also with her treasurer's report.
Yes.
Those are, I mean, we can approve them, that's fine, but it's just, everybody needs to be aware that those
Yeah.
are gonna be.
You do some transfers sometime, yeah.
Supposed to do that.
No,
I'll play those.
I don't know.
I don't know, I mean, you've already done, the medical expense is already out, though, you know what I'm saying?
It's out. but,
Yeah.
So is everything that you have bills on, you know.
I was the treasurer for this.
um,
Uh,
After it'd be kind of after. the
Yeah,
fact.
I know. What would y'all like to do?
Um, I don't know, because the budget analysis says as of 5:30, so.
May already be out on the, but may already came out of the budget announcement. No,
These are
Haven't approved yet.
these are 6.5. right
Yeah,
now.
these are 6.5.
okay.
And again, I did ask Summer some questions, but I mean. Her response with autopsies cost was 4,800, which is a large increase compared to last year. We can't, guess how many deaths we're gonna be doing. To understand that.
And Sheriff, as you know, yeah, we've had several autopsies we've done in the last 6 months, which needed to be done. I put the sheriff on them with those calls.
We're actually required by law, especially if it's an unattended death, to talk to them, so it might be something we need to visit when it comes to budget time, look at that again and make sure that we have enough appropriate for that.
Well,
Anytime we have
yes.
circumstance like that, we'll try and I'll talk to them.
We constantly, year after year, added more money to that, and so, I mean, it's always been, if we met that, we always add more every year, so.
I know we had numerous. Much as we don't like those, but No options there.
Okay, anything else on the accounts payables?
No, I just think that we need to look at those two. If we approve them today, we need to make sure that those
Yes,
budgets are changed before the next.
I agree. Okay. You know, we'll make a motion for the accounts payable.
I'll make a motion to approve the account payables with those notions underneath.
Okay. Motion's been made by Commissioner Williams to approve the accounts payable with those two notations that he made aware of to us. I'll second the accounts payables. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the accounts payable, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous. All right, gentlemen, consent agenda. You see all the monthly reports from all the different departments. Another busy month for all departments. County Attorney Malone, everybody's busy. Good. Everybody's busy.
So Judge, on the treasurer's report,
Yes.
text pool on Mills County Investments,
Yes.
did we withdraw 150,000?
I don't know, to answer his question.
The other note that I just caught was, the MCAD report, we're only running at 96% intake or 97.
Yeah, regarding MCAT, y'all may have heard some of this, so they're wanting to finally get a settlement done with Encore that's been going on for 3 years. There was an offer, I think their board is looking at, I don't have any details on it. That was one of the large sums we're still trying to get into Coffers, Mills County.
That has enough.
Started out as 370, but, I don't know what they're proposing their office. The other 370,000.
Yes.
Actually, plus penalties, really. But I don't know what they're talking about. Oh. And do you know anything about that, Bill?
Now, for next commissioner, Commissioner Part, next Commissioner's Court, they're gonna be presenting their budget to us, and I'll try to get that information for them. For our next meeting.
What is the time state, Bill, I guess, Encore, Boston, Cherry Line? The taxes have been paid for every year, and Encore has owned it. But the year they made the transition, Encore didn't pay the taxes, because this insurance line was supposed to.
Well, it
So
was,
never happened.
it was based on the number of telephone poles. And when they went back, they signed off on the sale and agreement. And I don't remember the figures. Let's say there was 100 telephone poles. That's just guessing figure. And then when they went back, after they had signed and approved that the sale happened, there was only 80 telephone. And so then they protested and didn't pay any of their taxes. And then they ended up paying all of that except for those.
Right. So if you can give me the agreements and any correspondence, I'm happy to look at it. They can get into
It'd be their lawyer probably that has all that information that the MCAT has, but yeah, I can send you some stuff. I'm guessing that I've haven't seen where we've taken it out before lately. I've seen us take money out, but that's.
We also wrote 2,000 pending cases in the deputy's office, which is first time in a long time.
But it could be, you said there was a lot more citations, so that could be a part of that.
Commissioners, one thing I'll note, give you a report on, facilities report. This came in late last week, so the law enforcement center has had a water softener system since it's built. And it's been pretty well a mess out there, not working properly, it's rusting up. So right now they're getting some quotes in for some more different types of the water softener system. And, we don't know what those quotes are yet, right, Sheriff or Guy? We're still waiting on some of them. But we got Hard Texas Mechanical, who I'm very impressed with, is gonna look into the matter. So hopefully we get that resolved out there.
Actually, we've got several that are gonna come look at that. Water softener system is Culligan is the manufacturer that we have in there right now, and the system since I've been there has not functioned properly, and then the more we look into that thing, the more we find out that it's not even done what it was supposed to do to begin with. We are looking at some other companies and possibly even a different water softener to put in there that will do what happened could have been doing for the last 9 years. Right?
Oh, are we required to have that water softener?
No. Bill standard doesn't require it. Now, here's the reason that it's there and the reason we need it.
Oh, I live in the city of Goldthwaite. I know the reason.
So, right, so when we're talking about the amount of cleaning and stuff that's in there, the water softener should be doing something with that water to keep from this plumbing bill, right? So I know that they spend a lot of time right now having to go back in there and work on each one of those toilets in the jail and things of that nature because the water softener is not functioning correctly. So calcium and things that you're thinking of, Commissioner, yes, is exactly what that causes us that issue. So we're hoping to get something in there that will help us out with that, so that we're not spending a crank card. Yes. But that water softener is, we're gonna fix that. Yeah. Like I said, it's not functioning properly since I've been last July, I think so, frankly. And the last evaluation that we had on that thing was by the number 2 man at Sullivan, and he said that thing wasn't being put in that correctly again. So we got quite a large issue out there that we'll get further up.
Okay.
That's something that can be addressed, because to me, your treated city water should be of better quality.
Well, it's got lime and calcium in it. It's not as hard as our well water, I'll say that. But it does still has lime and calcium in it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say my house, I don't know about out there, Dale, but I mean, I replace the filter right every 2 or 3 months and it is just. Yeah. So.
But I'm just saying, that's basically,
You know, hot water heaters and things of that nature, I've lived here in town for 7 years, and you get about 7 years out of it. That's it, water just
Heats it up, yeah.
And same thing out there, if we don't treat that water in some manner or another, then, you know, we're talking about the amount of plumbing that we have, so it's just gonna be constantly heat on, so.
It's very important to have it.
So we can either, you know, put in a $20,000 or $30,000 water softener system instead of that kind of money for it.
the problem that I see with out there is the fact that that's not that old a building. We all know now that it is pretty substandardly done, but the county still owes a whole lot of money. So we're kind of caught between rock and a hard place. We need to do improvements, but we also need to get the first deck cleared too. You know. Looking back, hindsight's 20/20, but there was an awful lot of things done substandardly or not right. Like,
A lot of corners cut.
Not blaming nobody, it's just fine.
My best analogy of that is Plain building an $11 million jail for $9 million. Is what happened. So it's the, kick the can down the road and we're down the road. So it's kind of-
Only last question I have is that in our minutes, we said that Johnny Escobar was supposed to come do something on the courthouse lawn, and I don't see that anywhere on the report, so.
You got her, you speaking?
He's right there.
He's right there.
Ken, if you ask them to.
I'm at it.
Come up.
That's my understanding. Don Escobar was gonna do their transfer.
Part of Texas.
Is that true? What Johnny Escobar was supposed to do got transferred to Heart of Texas County?
So the work that Johnny Escobar has done is he sent a guy out here to trace out a pipe, 2 pipes. That's the work that he has performed. That's for the county. He still has a job to do over at jail on the grass. So yes, to answer your question, Heart of Texas Mechanical is gonna, yeah, which we'll get to that. Yeah, they put a proposal which will do the job. Johnny Escobar will come in and take care of the lawn part of it after all the digging's done and all.
So he did come and do the trace, so we don't have a bill for you. And it's not in these minutes, okay. Okay. I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Okay, a motion's been made by Commissioner Williams to approve the consent agenda. Any other discussion? And a second's been made by Commissioner Head. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Passes unanimously. Okay, Commissioners, action agenda time. Number 5, consider and act on group medical plan. Commissioners, in your package is the latest updated group health plan provided by TAC. And you can see there's a slight increase in the health plan, dental plans, vision plan was 0%. We need to have this back to TAC by June 27th. And if you bring your attention to page 3, you'll see the prices for employee only, employing spouse. So again, the last year's rate for the employee was $989.22. With the 5.2% increase, the new rate would be $1,040.66. You see all the other comparative rates. I think it's very important. We do give insurance to all the employees. I think that's a benefit working for the county, so.
And there is other options that they apply,
Yes.
if y'all see that on the paperwork.
Yes. There's also a term benefit in case someone does pass away, I think of 1 year's salary or something also included in this. So. Any questions, commissioners? Or thoughts?
Well, I
Well,
knew one day that it was gonna get over $1,000.
Yeah, I guess we've arrived there.
We have arrived.
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't go back and look, but 5 years ago, we was about $700. That's a lot, that's a
A
lot.
lot of increase.
It is, but there was a period there with the pandemic deal that Mills County had huge
Right,
bids. I mean, there was
they didn't go back down after that, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, they probably won't for a
Yeah.
few years, but may not, well, they won't. But I know you had several bad COVID cases, heart, an organ transplant. And things that go in those counties, so the road.
Yeah, but it didn't go back down. That's been 4 years ago.
Well, my auto insurance always goes up and I ain't never had a wreck, ain't had a wreck in.
They're saying a 5% increase, I guess is what they're saying, so.
Yeah.
All insurance. There is, I mean, there is other options that if we wanted to consider. On that one page, you can always up the deductible. It won't put it over 1,000 unless you're way up on the deductible. And double it. But, you know,
I don't like insurance, but, our deductible pretty high. I mean, it says what, 750?
750.
But by the time you hear all the stuff, you also got a negative one, that's more like 3,500, 1,000. Much, you know.
Yeah, 86. Yeah.
In other words, you get $750 deductible, but then you have somebody. It's a medical procedure, MRI, stuff like that, and you get to pay 1% of the cost, so. It don't take very long for you, somebody that's insured to go, medical facility to get a bit of money, you keep it in the world. Yeah. I mean, I think it's the one thing, particularly with what our place now to do, that we need to keep for the employees.
Yeah.
Best, as much as we can.
Yeah,
I agree. What gets me is the children. If you try to do a family, you
it gets expensive. It gets expensive.
I've had nearly everybody that's came in and said, well, we'd like to insure a wife, you're gonna have to do something different, you can't afford it.
Well, if you do that, why and family?
It's very expensive. Well, I'd say we keep on trucking with what we got. I mean, I know it keeps going up, but it is a benefit to all the employees. So I'll make a motion that we approve the existing renewal rate changes for the plan year 2026 with Mills County Health Insurance. Okay, I made the motion. Second's been made by Commissioner Parton. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the renewal rate changes for Mills County Health for 2026, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous. Okay. Number 6. So consider an act on TCDRS retirement, and we're supposed to have Ralph Wallace via Zoom. Annette, can you hear me right now? See what? Annette?
Yes, I'm still working on it, Jet. He's
Okay.
trying.
I'll go ahead. If he joins us, fine. If not, no big deal. So, commissioners, this is regarding our plan rates for 2026. I can give you a report. Overall, the retirement fund for the retirement did about 10%. So they did a good job on the retirement fund. Our county, 91% is funded for our retirement. So in good shape on our pension, retirement, and whatnot. The retirement rate plans, 14%, employee deposit rate 7%, the group term life is 0.13%. Those are the rates for 2026. And again, I had planned on having Mr. Ralph Wallace to go over any questions y'all might have, but we're having technical problems.
If y'all remember, Craig may not, but last year we really discussed this and looked at this into deep depth last year. They come out and really made a couple more changes, but nothing.
Yeah.
We're saving very well. And then our audit also showed that we're covering all of our employees and their retirement.
And Commissioner Sutton, also in 23, we did a small increase for the COLA, cost of living adjustment for the retirees, which Commissioner Williams, well, we got 50 plus retirees. Yeah, 50 or 55, so retirees, we did a small increase, which hadn't been done since 2017. With all the expenses this year, I don't see how we can do anything like that this year. We always want to try to take care of the former employees, but I don't see that right now for this budget side. It's all the expenses we're gonna have, so. Anyway, Miss Annette, I guess you're still unable to hook up with Mr. Ralph Wallace.
Yes, sir. He said if any of the commissioners have a question, just to ring out to him. But we can't get him connected.
Okay. Well, no problem. Commissioners, anyway, sorry he can't join us.
Does anybody have any questions that we want to table this or? I make a motion that we approve the TCDRS retirement package as presented.
Okay, Commissioner Williams made a motion to approve the retirement plan for 2026 as presented.
Second.
Second's been made by Commissioner Head. All those in favor of approving the plan rates for 2026 with TCDRS, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Okay. Okay, number 7, Commissioners, consider an act on Heart of Texas proposal for underground drains. Now, this came in after 5. Commissioners, did y'all get this in your package? Commissioner Williams, you get yours?
It was on this desk.
Yes, okay, y'all got yours, okay. So I'll start, so it's the same as mine. Heart of Texas Mechanical has reached out, they got here late. What day was the guy? Wednesday or Thursday? Started working on a quote for us. We first were consulting with the company to do tile to these drain pipes. And I was having kind of uneasy thoughts about that. I thought that's not gonna look good, and I'm not an engineer by any means. Guy had the same vision and issue with it. And then Heart of Texas Mechanical came in and they said, you know, putting a PVC pipe on that copper downspout, he said there's stuff called static pressure that can build up and go back up if you reduce it. And it can flood the roof. There's a lot of rain coming in. And plus, it wasn't gonna look very aesthetically pretty either, Sheriff. It wasn't gonna look very good. So what Heart of Texas Mechanical, their main guy came in, visited with, mainly Guy, and I visited with him too. He's proposing to keep those where the downspouts are, where the concrete is keep that, but then do a metal grate drain there at the end of each concrete and have that water channeled out to the main area, which is north of the 1888 channel. And what he's proposing, that is just for this work. Correct, Guy? Did I state that pretty good?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, okay. Now, regarding the future work, we've talked about addressing the north side of the courthouse for the treasurer's office and also where out by the red light, where the old mesquite tree was. That's gonna be a separate project because he can't just give us a bid for that. Correct, Guy? He's gotta come in here to dig that stuff up, which I wanna address that too while they're in here. And Guy, what did I leave at, sir?
Back.
Is TACO supposed to be backhoe?
Supposed to be back.
Okay.
That's the title.
Track coach.
He,
Mr. R.
he worked pretty late Friday to get that.
Yeah, he rushed it for us.
So the plan where the downspouts come out now, that concrete pad. The concrete pad, of course, is gonna have to be lifted and adjusted. And then there will be a concrete basin put in the ground with a cast iron grate on top of it. It will go to an 8-inch PVC, which will go out and catch a 10-inch PVC, which will go all the way down and empty to that storm drain. Across the road, right there by the sidewalk, by the 1888 gym.
They're gonna dig all that up and bury it.
Correct. And from that point, we've got a 9-inch running all the way out to the street. So the only possibility of a buildup would be over at that drain, or it's away from the building. I mean, if we came and got a, I don't know, a 10-inch drain or whatever, but it would still be away from the building. The way it's set up now, the downspouts are 4x8, and if you do the area of that to a 6-inch pipe, it would actually restrict, which would cause static pressure buildup, which means water could potentially build up on the roof, and then we take a chance on collapsing the roof. So that was what Rusty Roberts suggested. And then this way, the water will come down, it'll hit the concrete, that slab there, go down into the drain. It's the 8-inch is plenty big to take it out and go for a 10-inch all the way to that concrete. From there is a restriction to a 9-inch, but on the map, it would be that, what do they call that, 100-year reign, or whatever that rule is. Yeah, so, but even if you had the worst case scenario, the absolute worst case, it would build, you would have a puddle way out there by the grade, it'd be away from the building, so that's in a worst case scenario.
Whereas our other deals and our voting event night people aren't they supposed to already been here?
No, so they're waiting on the drain to get fixed. Rusty Roberts preferred not to work on that after the vent night was injected because he didn't want to void a warranty or anything if he's gonna be digging into it, so I told Cavalry, hold on, let me talk to Commissioner's Court.
So Hart, Texas would be the first that we approve
Hart,
this.
Texas, yeah, I communicated with Rusty Roberts this morning, and if approved, you can probably get started on it within 2 weeks. The basins have to be cast, that's the only thing, he doesn't know for sure how long it's gonna take, so, but he said a couple of weeks is probably, we could get in there with that. Where the stump is out there, that will be a time and material. That's a separate deal from this, proposal, because you don't know what you're gonna hit. I'm gonna have to dig that up. He actually suggested get rid of that stump. Dig that back up.
Big idea.
Yeah,
Wonder why we didn't think about that?
yeah. No.
Yeah. So what is the warranty on this? He has no warranty or anything. If it doesn't work.
Warranty that doesn't work.
Yeah, all of his work, I mean, say something leaks or comes apart or anything, is he gonna do a warranty on his work? that he's doing?
Heart of Texas has always been good about. I don't,
Okay, so no warranty.
I'm sure there's a warranty. I don't know if it's in that proposal.
Yeah, the other thing is the 2 weeks, that's gonna put Bill out at least 4 more weeks out the hallway.
Okay.
It's a good spot, I mean, it's not hard.
I
didn't say that, I heard it somewhere down that way, I mean, I heard.
He likes the weather, so.
No, it's not ideal where we have it now, we can use the jury if we need to, for conferences and stuff. And Becky's a real trooper, she is just, hanging in there, so we'd like to get back to our office, when it's all done, but there's no urgency on our part.
A dry office,
A dry office, thank you.
a dry office, yeah.
So one of the reasons I brought Rusty Roberts on board is because the other company, Top Cut, said it would be a month before he could get to it. And I didn't find that. So
We need to move on this. Okay, commissioners, any other questions on this?
Robert, you good with that? I mean, you're the.
Hey, if it, all right, we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
Anything better than what we got.
Commissioner Sullivan, any comments on you on that?
No, I'm glad, well, putting the concrete in and everything, that way we're not taking anything off the historical part of
Yeah.
the
That's very important.
courtroom,
Yes.
or the courthouse.
okay, just getting the water away from the building, I think should accomplish that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make a motion. We approve the Heart of Texas proposal for underground drain. Here's second.
I'll second it for you.
Second's been made by Commissioner Head. Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor of approving Heart of Texas proposal for underground drain, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Moving on, number 8, Commissioners' request and reports. Commissioner Sullivan, go ahead, sir.
We're just finally got the grinder, we're grinding up the millings and spreading it out. That's what we're working on right now. We got 3 more rows to do and we'll be finished.
Okay. Commissioner Head?
We're trying to haul on 307, and everything, of course, we had a little bit of a stumble last week with some stuff, but either way, And I went to a conference and, it was very good and very educational.
Okay, you learned a lot. That's what we like.
I took in a lot of information.
Commissioner Barton?
Basically, we were all in, and we ended up with the flooding in the Mullen area, so, still living payable with the maintainer. New transmission, new wiring harness and everything else being operated by them that had. Soon as it gets hot, we lose all of the virus. Trying to figure this out why. Trying to operate the other old maintainer, and it's so old that. Not every 3 days, we blow some type of seal on it, so. That's miles coming in. Basically, if we can get everything kind of back going, we'll be working on washout as we were a year ago. Did notify the judge. We talked to David Shaw about whether we need to do anything, because some of the washout is equivalent to the washout in the flooding last year. And, I was told that we need to document that pictures, and I'll just tell authority in the county about their documenting and taking pictures, because we're not getting very far down the road from last year. Got other things to do rather than run down the country and take pictures. So I'm not even doing it. Other than that, we just gotta get past 5.2 inches of rain and then another 3 to 4 falling in. About the same scenario we had last year. We got some roads in bad shape. Go ahead, Jason.
I'll follow up and just tag on with Dale. I agree with him. I've got, on the second, we had 2 inches, then we turned around on the fourth and had another 2 inches. And then we've had several since then. I've got, 5:30. I want to say thank you to Dale for helping me drive the roads while I was at conference, but, 5:40, 5:36, 5:31, 5:08, 5:27, 5:30, 4:08. They're just a mess. We added material on them and then we got another 3 inches on them. And that material is gone just to get them to drive by. We also got a problem on County Road. Sure, not just listed on there. It's County Road 417. 417, Ms. Yvonne Meadows put up a fence at the bottom of the bridge. Everybody knows about Ms. Meadows, and her history with the boards here. It collected a ton of material that washed out both sides of the bridge up on the road. We've patched that. It's now come over it again. There's so much material on the bridge. We got an excavator rented today to try to get it out. So that if it rains the rest of the week, we're just gonna have more problems. Reached out to Tech Dot. They said there's not much we can do. Unless we want to do something legally in the court system and go that route with her. So, just warning you, you're probably gonna get a phone call when the week's over from Ms. Meadows of what we were doing down there to try to get everything back over it. If not, we're gonna have to shut down that bridge. And that's Prescott Creek. And so, it's gonna become a public hazard if we just don't do something pretty quick on it. So, again, the rain is just, it's wonderful to have, but it's, it's a really good job security right now. Really good job security. Other than that, we also met with, Commissioner and I and the judge, met with Exilio. They took us to the sites, where they're proposing to have, excuse me, solar farms. County Road 550 and 549, which was very eye-opening because we thought it was only going to be on one side, and it's actually on both of us. So the commissioners and I will both have to deal with that, even though there's a road between us. It becomes 2 precincts. Now that was out on our end. I think they met with Greg out on his end,
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yes.
whatever that road is, 414.
Fourth well,
Well, and so, anyway, so both, are, those two companies are fixed to come to the Commissioners Court. I recommendation to the judge that we set up a meeting with our lawyer, pretty quick, because I think both of them are fixed to come back to us. And so we need to be a little ahead of it instead of behind it, so.
So you want our attorney available for the June 25th
Or
workshop?
sooner, to see where we're gonna go. They've given us figures and prices, what they're looking at, but they both made the comments that they are asking for some type of abatement, so. To do any type of that, the lawyer's gonna tell us that we have to do a reinvestment zone. Are we gonna do four reinvestment zones? Are we gonna do three reinvestment zones, or just two reinvestment zones?
So are you want to have something on the Commissioner's Court then on whether or not to do abatements on the next Commissioner's Court?
I think it's better we'll have a workshop.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're gonna have to do something, either workshop, commissioner's court or whatever, but we have to do, you have to do criteria first.
First, but if we don't do any abatements, there's no need for all the other stuff as far as investment zones, but that's why I was asking that question for.
We need to have a workshop with a lawyer, because if we don't do either a pilot program, if we elected, and this be a question for him, from what we've learned, if we elect not to do any abatements, that right there could cost the county money.
Yeah.
Because of the depreciation factor on from year to year to year.
I will approach Jeffrey Allen after our meeting and see if he's available for the workshop, June 25th at 10 a.m.
I don't think we need.
That's when
If they're gonna present the same thing that Red River presented, there's no point in them being in that workshop.
well, that's what I'm saying. I thought you were going in there
We need to talk to him.
before.
before, okay. Okay, well, we can do a workshop, this, the commissioners and all of us, anytime.
And if he has to, he can make.
Okay.
Well, I think you have to call him and see when he's.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll call him, see what dates are available, okay?
And I would prefer that he was here, since we're paying for him instead of by
Wow.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Now, if, on Commissioner's Court, if he wants it to be a Zoom, that's a different
Okay.
story, but.
Okay,
I mean, I think there is a point that he will have to meet with us when they start asking for
okay,
specifics, but I think we need to talk to him about where the county is needing to go.
okay, so you want a workshop with Jeffrey Allen before we meet with Excedio, correct? Okay, now, I've heard two things now, so do you want him at the meeting or just by Zoom, you firm at the
If
meeting?
they're not asking for anything, as far as I'm concerned, it's good for them to come in and present their stuff. We're wasting a good bit of time.
I understand.
Going out and looking at stuff that we still don't know a whole lot more than we know than when we went out there, listening to their, spiel.
Yeah,
And they're not telling us, they're just saying they want bacon.
yes.
They're not giving any specifics, they're just presenting their
So,
future plans.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's just gonna take, there's a lot of steps in there, and if he can line us out on what we need to be doing or what we preparing, that would be good. I've been through this and Dale's been through this, but I don't think any of the other three of y'all haven't, so it'd be good for y'all to hear what he's gonna direct us to do. Whether we do an abatement or whether we don't do an abatement, we still need to know what procedures that we need to be doing from this Commissioner's Court.
I will reach out to him to see what dates are available, maybe sometime next week. We can all have a little workshop with him.
This week, next week, whenever.
Well, it'd have to be Thursday afternoon, be the earliest we could do a workshop, but I'll reach out to him and see what's available. Okay, anything else?
That's it on
I
Okay,
do have one other thing. County Road 189, which we refer to as the Boxcar Road. Couldn't even get down there Thursday. We have a pretty severe crack in the top road base.
Over the boxcar?
over the box. So I need to be able to get down in there and see if it's caving, if it just got that wet. There is a possibility, we don't wanna do it unless we have to. There's a possibility we may need to close that road.
So you
I
might
ran
look
across-
back,
I ran
Dan
across a
Horton,
company the other day that,
Dan Horton went and looked at that a few years ago.
He wants to take it all out.
Well, okay, I'm just saying, I knew that he made a proposal to Robert Hall when he was there. And so I was just gonna tell you to might look that up and see.
I've had engineers look at it, but, you're talking about kinda like jail, there, you're talking about an awful lot of money to fix one little bitty spot. And it's probably, they buried that boxcar,
15 foot down.
I'm
Oh,
on
no.
what I heard. I don't know how many years ago. That was boxcar for the creek to run through. Built this big deal around it out of box, but now the boxcar is rusted out. And the road is caving on the end. And now about 3 foot out in the road, there is a huge crack where the dirt is trying to break off.
Yeah,
It's not a good scenario.
I think that you're gonna have to consider the public on that. So if you want to drive across it, that's fine.
I do drive across it, but I don't. do
Isn't
on
that right there
side.
beside the subdivision?
One of them. So anyway, that's it.
Okay. Okay, commissioners, anything else, requests and reports? Moving on, number 9, county judge's report. Commissioners, I was going to propose some workshop dates. Trying to get everybody together, start talking about, budget workshops. So, I don't know what dates are available for all y'all. And I need to check the treasurer too, make sure these dates would work with her. June 16th is next Monday. I would propose afternoon. June 17th, I propose afternoon, or June 19th all day. And of course, we're gonna have certainly some budget workshops. Does that fit well within y'all's schedules or?
Well, the 19th, I've got a doctor's appointment 2:15, so.
Okay, so 19th be better in the morning, okay? Well, would that give you enough time we did in the morning?
It is a little bit better.
It's in Hamilton.
Yeah.
I have a meeting on the 16th at noon, but other than that, I mean, it's just a
Okay.
1 hour meeting, so it shouldn't be too big and.
So, afternoon on the 16th, you'd be free, Commissioner Williams?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was gonna propose, and if it works with y'all's schedule, again, I know I hadn't checked our treasurer, and I'll get back in touch with y'all. Then June 16th afternoon, June 17th afternoon, and June 19th possibly morning. That sound like a good plan so far? Okay, so those are 3 proposed dates. Sometime with all the budgets with all the different departments. I'm still waiting to hear from a couple of departments, and everybody's got their stuff in. I know the sheriff is working on their budget. We're gonna be meeting this week, some sheriff, discussing that. June 25th, we have again, a CEO workshop at 10 o'clock. So got that down. And Sheriff, if I can call you to come up here, there's news we got in late yesterday afternoon to let y'all know what's going on in the world of Mills County. So our antenna that does the VFD, all the VFD departments and the sheriff's department, SO as we say, has had some issues again. I don't know if it's windstorms, lightning strikes, which we've had a lot of. But anyway, we gotta get someone out there pretty quick to do some tidying up with several things, antenna, etc. And Sheriff, you know more about it, so I'll let you explain the technical aspects of this.
So basically what we're up against is, my understanding that CTC has a tower crew coming late this week that's going to climb that tower. They had scheduled them to take some stuff down that they were no longer going to have up there due to this tower change that we've all been discussing. It's our hopes that we also can correct this antenna issue at the same time. It's my understanding that we'll be able to do that. So what we're doing now is trying to get this DB 224 located to put back up there. should that be what the issue is? Now, what's impossible for us to test at this point is it the cable or is it the antenna that's damaged? Now, we know from looking up there from the ground that the cables are swinging around, we've got some ends up there, we certainly have some damage, but we don't know if it's the cable at this point or if it's the antenna. We do know that the FD antenna that is up there is not working.
And you had to switch some channels or something, you might mention that too, right?
So the antenna, the two antennas that were working was the primary for the sheriff's office and the TAC channel for the sheriff's office, which left FDs completely unable to communicate other than truck to truck. So what Benny Owens has done, and I have to
Commend him.
absolutely, but that's not the word. In all of the testing and work, there's no telling how many man hours and dollars worth of work that he's done for the county for free. So what he was able to do was transfer the TAC antenna to the fire channel. So the fire channel is back up and working, we just don't have a TAC at the SO. What that does, if you have the fire channel working and our main channel working, that if our main channel goes down and we have the fire department channel, we can switch to it until it's all across the county. So that's kind of where we're at on antennas. So at this point, we're trying to locate an antenna. We have two places that we can get that. It looks like that's gonna be $3 grand for that antenna time we get it here. That's a 20-footer. That's not something we can just drive over there and pick up. It's gonna have to be shipped. So we have one located either in Fort Worth or Houston. So if everything goes as anticipated, we hope for, we'll have this resolved by the end of this week after the tower crew finds this antenna.
And the maintenance for doing everything was, one time I heard about $4,000. That's still.
I don't have an exact number on that, so yes, sir, that's right in there, what the tower crew's gonna charge us to go up there now. What we're trying to accomplish is get everything in place to do this on one client. Worst case scenario is we have to do 2 clients. If we have to do 2 clients, and that 4,000 he's talking about per day. $60,000, so we're trying to get all this stuff put together. Benny Owens did locate this DB 224 in a used circumstance after he evaluated that. He said it would be a great piece to have around for a backup if lightning was to hit our antenna up there. But it's not something that he recommended putting up there and using as a piece that we could rely on for any length of time. So that's kind of where we are with the antennas.
Okay.
So I'll have a much better report next week.
And again, Commissioner, this came about late last week, so. We could have the agenda, so.
Benny had been talking about that fire channel wasn't working in time. He got in there and did some work on that, looking at what was going on. That the channel was completely down.
Whatever skip was on the fire channel this morning, did y'all hear that? I don't know where that was coming from. It wasn't Mills County. Somebody got gored by a bull and somebody went to help him and he got gored by a bull, so. They needed 3 ambulances. So
I don't leave the bull alone.
that's what I'm saying. And the bull was still in the pasture. That's what they said. Anyway,
Like,
okay, thanks for that.
Antenna stuff, is there monitors up there, or is it just cables leading to the antennas from monitors?
It absolutely is. And just sitting and listening to him there again, I'm gonna say thank you to him again. And commend him again. He sat in on that meeting that we had with Motorola Friday morning. And it's nice to have a hometown representative sitting there at the same time you have a television representative. Not that I'm throwing any rocks at Motorola whatsoever, but they have an idea of the way things need to be. And Benny also has one, which is a good resource for me. And certainly we're going to get somewhere in the middle of all of that. But Benny's been fantastic to us. But no, Dale, that is way outside my wheelhouse and certainly in his. So he has been very beneficial to help me with what.
We also have to remember, we gotta give kudos to the co-op. They've been really helping us, through this, and since they're coming up there anyway, that's gonna help.
The fact that they're willing to let us hop in on
Yeah.
their climb.
I just
Kind of deal.
and to remind everybody that
They've been
was
great to work with.
Certainly some great folks that's helped out the county and the community. We'll talk about dollars, everything that we do up here somehow or another turns into lots of dollars. So Help. Fantastic.
All right, any other questions on this, gentlemen? Well, that concludes the county judge's report, and I'll get back in touch with everybody. I'll check with the treasurer, make sure some of these dates will work with her, and get back to all of y'all. So number 10, Commissioner Head, adjournment. What do you think about that?
I'll make a motion.
Motion to adjourn, I'll second. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned. Everybody have a great day. Hope it keeps raining. Not too much, just a little bit of rain, right, Dale?